Hi, I'm Shelley Murray, and I am now going to take you through a quick tutorial showing you exactly how to get your outdated media organized so that you can get it digitized, and then we can talk about getting it preserved permanently online so you can access it and share it with your family members. So first step, as we probably have already talked about, is you needed to order a forever media conversion box. And likely you've already done that. So you've received your box in the mail, looks like this. And now I'm going to take you through the steps of how we're going to easily and quickly pack your box to send it off to Forever. So once you've done this, Forever will take it from there. Once you have shipped this box, Forever will then digitize everything inside, upload it to your private Forever storage account so you can easily access it and share it. And then you will never have to do this again. This is a one and done because Forever will automatically digitally migrate everything in your Forever account to new file formats over time. So we'll never have to digitize these items again. Now keep in mind, Forever will ship you back your box with all of these items, so you will have them physically to keep as well. And we can talk about archival quality storage at that point. Okay, so let's just take a quick tour here of how we're going to pack this Forever box. So your box comes, you open it up. Inside, you're going to find two things. One is a packet that we're going to go over, and two is an insert. Just take that insert out. You don't need it anymore. Okay, now this is a packet that is going to help you to be able to organize everything and pack it up perfectly. So if I were to pull out a couple things that are key, the first thing is the shipping label. That is important to place on the front of your box as soon as you open up your box. So do that right away. Peel that sticker off, post it right here, paste it right here, I should say, on your box on top of the old label, and that's going to be the shipping label going back to Forever. Now keep in mind, FedEx is extremely safe. There are not problems with FedEx because FedEx has such a great tracking system, and shipping these days is very, very safe, very different than it used to be. So you can be confident knowing that your things will remain safe in this box. Now to keep them safe are some bags and different things to keep them organized and safe in your box. So next thing we're going to pull out is the booklet. You can look through here to learn a little bit more about the process. I'm going to go over it with you, but it's a very beautiful booklet that shows you step-by-step instructions of how to pack the things up and place them in the box. There's also a nice price list and identification for different things that you may have that you want digitized. But the other important piece is the last page. This is going to be your inventory sheet. So you're going to just pull this off and hook it there. And we're going to fill this out as we're going along. Okay, now let's talk about the items. So you will need to organize all of your things by type. So as you can see here, I've already done that. I have everything kind of sorted here by size or type. So I've got all the VHS tapes, the Hi8 tapes, CDs and DVDs, slides, reel-to-reel, whatever you might have. Now, when it comes to photos, we want to divide those out by size. So I've got 4x6 photos in a pile, other ones that look similar to 4x6, but maybe these are more historical type photos. So those have gone in a pile. These are kind of smaller photos. They don't have to be exact, but you're going to put them in approximate size piles. And then some of the larger ones like 8x10 type photos. And then these are all definitely flatbed scan photos, and that's why I put them together. They're all on the hard back photo boards. So those have all been put together because those are going to go on a flatbed scanner. Okay, now keep in mind when you are doing your photo organizing and you are preparing all of these photos to be shipped, you want to get rid of most of the paper as much as possible. You can see I did not get rid of the paper on these because these are historical boards. I wanted to keep the photos on. But as far as any album pages or anything that these photos may have been stuck on, I want to get rid of all of the paper products because those things are actually deteriorating the photos. So I've removed all of that. Now, keep in mind, if you have a scrapbook that someone put together and showed love through the process, and they told a story about something, there's a lot of journaling there, maybe different pieces of memorabilia in that scrapbook, we want to scan the whole page. So just include the whole page as a different pile. That's an album page. I would not recommend taking the photos off of those albums. But of course, you might find albums that just have photos stuck in there, especially those magnetic ones, and those I will pull out. Now, you can get yourself a photo safe pencil. Okay, so let's say that you have an album, and maybe it's a magnetic album, and photos are in there, and you see some dates written down as an identifier within the album. I would, on the back of the photo, with your photo safe pencil, write that date that you find, or any identifying information that's on that album, because we don't want to lose that, but we also don't want to keep that magnetic album. So feel free to do that, and that will help you to record information that you might be finding about your photos when you're going through this process. Okay, so next is we're going to go back to the packet, and you're going to get out the bags. So there's a number of bags and different sizes in here, and you are just simply going to pack up each grouping within a bag. When you do that, I also want you to be counting as you go. Get yourself a nice stack of Post-it notes and your pen, and then just begin jotting down the number of items that you're placing in the bag. So for example, I'm gonna put 3 CDs, 1, 2, 3, in a bag. I'm gonna get my Post-it note, and I'm going to put 3 CDs. And I'm gonna place that right in the bag with those 3 CDs. That's gonna help when I do the inventory and fill out that sheet. Okay, so now, once I have that done, I zip it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and place that in the bag, and that one's done. Okay, next, you're gonna get the idea in just a minute, but I'm gonna do one more for you. Okay, let's do the high 8 tapes. You're gonna get the hang of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, like items in the same bag, and then we're going to take our Post-it note, and I'm going to say 4 high 8s, and I'm going to place that in the bag as well. And then again, that's going to really help me when I do my inventory. So that's going to go in the bag. I'm going to complete this process for everything that you see here. Now, okay, let's talk about dot stickers. These are used only if you want to keep something in order. If you don't want to keep something in order, you don't need to use these stickers. But if you do, then you simply number them in order so that when you receive these items back digitally in your Forever account, each of the bags with a sticker on it will be represented as an album in your Forever account, and they will be ordered by your sticker order. Most of these things, it doesn't matter what order they appear in. If they appear in 4x6 photos in one album, the next album might be the VHS tapes, and the next album may be the reel-to-reel. But if you want something to be in chronological order, then that's when you use the dot stickers. So I'm going to give you an example. So this client grouped slides together by carousel, and I believe that he wants to keep those in some kind of an order. So what I'm going to do is, on a separate sheet of paper, these are going to be my notes. I'm going to list out 1, 2, 3, for example. And I'm going to then label my stickers 1, 2, 3. And then when I add his slides to a bag, now keep in mind you can use your own bags if you run out or you don't have the appropriate size. I want to make sure I keep these slides in a small bag. I'm going to take these and just put them in the Ziploc bag, trying not to touch the film part on the slides. And yes, take these out of the carousel. That is best. And just place them neatly in a Ziploc bag like this. Yes, you also do need to count them as we talked about. And then you're going to put your count on a Post-it note, drop it in the bag. But I'm also going to record on here. Well, first I'm going to put my sticker, number 1 sticker here. And then on my paper, I'm going to put number 1 is, for example, Roger family. And I'm just going to keep that for my notes. And that way I will know for the client to go back and add Roger family for the number 1 album. Then I'm going to do that again with the number 2 album. And put that number 2 on the bag like that, and then put the second stack of slides in this bag, keeping them together and organized. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now that's number 2. I'll place that in the bag. And if I have identification, again, I'll write down the identification on here. For example, I'm just going to write Smith family slides. Maybe I know a date. Maybe it was from, 1963 or something. And then I could place that here on my notes so that when I get those slides back in a digital file, I'll be able to add this into the metadata and just type it into the notes there in the Forever Storage account. Okay. Next, I wanted to review the reel-to-reel film. So if you have reel-to-reel film, when you want to record that, you're going to need to go to your booklet to determine how long your reels are, and you can do that on this page. This is a measurement guide, and all you do is you open up your reel and you lay it on the guide to determine how much film you have to digitize. So this film strip looks like it's 300 feet. So I'm just going to give you an example. I think you can see that. Yep. And so then I'm just going to be sure that that film is on there carefully. Place it back into the canister. And then I'm going to be able to record 300 feet on my inventory list. And then also you can certainly go down here and use the guide if you had several reel-to-reel films to determine the feet. Okay, so then this goes like everything else into a bag. And if you wanted to put a Post-it note on there to number it, you could do that too, and then right into the box. Okay, now once you have everything packed up in bags and in the box, of course I haven't done the photos yet and the VHS tapes, but I think you get the idea. Oh, I did forget to tell you about documents. So if you have documents, newspaper articles, whatever they might be, you can place those in as well. This client has 81 documents that we're going to scan. So I put that as a Post-it note on top. And even going to scan some pages of important family history here. So you can do whatever type of documents you want, or newspaper articles, magazine articles, anything like that. This is all going to go in its own bag here. And you can see there's all different size bags that you're going to receive. So just as long as we keep it all together and we keep it all safe. And again, it's going to be organized by type. And then placed in the bag by type. Okay, so we're getting close. I'm not going to finish all of it on this video, but I am going to review the final piece, and that is our inventory sheet. So this is important, and I want to explain how this works. So when you go through and you write down on your Post-it notes how many of each thing, then you can come onto your tally sheet and write that down. So when I see 4 Hi8 tapes, I'm going to go look here, and I'm going to see that section for audio, video, and film, and it has the number of tapes. So I'm actually going to add the Hi8s with the VHS, and I'm going to come up with 8, and I'm just going to fill in 8 right here on the sheet, and I'm going to see what the price is, $25.99 times 8, and then I'm going to put a total. I'm going to do that for everything. And then, let's see. Yes, I'm going to do that for each thing. I'm going to tally it up, find out what the price is. Now, this box value was $499.99. So when I get a figure here, I'm going to subtract $499.99 because that's how much was already paid for the box. Even if you got this box on sale, let's say you got it on sale and you didn't pay that much, well, you still have a credit of nearly $500 for this order, even if you paid less for the box. And this is the largest size box. Then I'm going to come up with a new number. Let's just say that new number, after I subtract the approximately $500, I come up with another $100 of scanning. That $100, when it's received at Forever, will be added to your cart. You'll get an email, and you need to check out and pay for that overage. And then they'll go ahead and process your order. They'll put it through production. They'll begin all the digitizing. They'll get it up into your storage account. They'll let you know by email where you're at. You can even check your Forever account to see where you are in the process. And then they're gonna send all of this back to your home. So you will have all of these items back. You're gonna love this. It's gonna be amazing, and it's gonna be beautiful to see these memories online. And then you're gonna love the sharing capabilities of it as well. Okay, so be sure that you fill out the other side of this tally sheet. This is your order form, has your name on it. Make sure you put my name as your ambassador with Forever, and then your pertinent information, your order number, and things like that, your email address. Lastly, there is a card in here. If you do this pretty soon after you receive your box, you will, I think it's within a month, but you'll look at the date on here. You actually get an extra percentage off of your storage. So it is encouraged that you get your box back pretty quickly. All right, so if you have any questions about the organizing of all of this, the packing of the box, please let me know, and I'm happy to help. But when you do finalize your box and you get it all packed up and it's ready to go, all you have to do is call FedEx and schedule a pickup at your home or drop it off at your nearest FedEx location. Also, I do recommend taping it up real nicely with some tape, and then your box is going to be safe and ready to go to FedEx, and you're going to love the outcome. Thanks, everyone.